Hello everyone, welcome to our rock climbing video. This video, I'm just going to explain what Williams rock climbing is going to be all about for those of you especially who can't make it to the meeting. So if you don't know, climbing, rock climbing is a YRAA sport. So by joining and committing to this team, you'll be representing GW Williams as a competitive climber, right? You'll be either doing bouldering or something called top rope climbing, which I'll explain later in this video, or you're more than welcome to do both. And you'll be considered a YRAA athlete if you join our team club kind of hybrid. Okay. So this is just a little picture from last year. We had a little small group of climbers who actually did very, very well in New York region. And we're hoping to continue that success again this year. And I'm hoping that a lot of you will come out and we can grow as a club. So first thing we're going to talk about is how does this work as a team club hybrid? Okay, so competitions will be a sign-up base when it gets closer to the date. This is a spring sport, so the competitions will mostly happen throughout February, March, and April. And then the club will start now. We will get training as soon as possible. We'll try to go out to gyms as soon as possible, and then we'll hold some other events throughout the year. Right. And just a warning, meetings are not always Monday, just our initial startup, because we want to start early as possible so that all of us can become the best climber we can become by competition season comes around. I just wanted to start the season as soon as possible, and you're more than welcome to climb anytime you want, as long as you have time after school at any gym you want. In terms of your club involvement, all I ask is that you listen for announcements, sign up for competitions, and any other events that may come up. Okay, so we're going to talk about where is our home gym. Our home gym, it's called Reach Indoor Climbing. It's located in Aurora, right near Bayview and St. John Side Road area. Okay, and I have the address right here. And of course, in our Google Classroom, this will all be linked. And one thing that we provide is that by joining our club and being a team member, you're going to get YRAA pricing. So we're going to get special pricing at Reach Indoor Climbing. And it's more beneficial and more worth it for your bang of buck if you get a full membership there and so on. And to start off this video, we're going to talk about our coaches as well. So there are 4 coaches because we expect that this is going to become a big team. So I'm Mr. Park. I teach computer science. We have Miss Daw, who's in physical ed. We are going to have Mr. Seymour, who is a business phys ed teacher. And we're also going to have Mr. San. And these are all the coaches in the building that are excited to work with you and just get better at rock climbing with you. And because we have 4 teachers, we're hoping to have at least 60 members join in our club. And it's going to take all of you to spread the word so that we hit that goal and maybe even get a bigger team. Because more people we have, the more funding we'll get and more buses we can afford to go climbing as well. So we also have execs as well, since this is a club. Currently, we have 2 people. So we have Olivia in grade 12 and Julia in grade 11. They're going to help me out with all the fundraising and events and social media stuff related things for this club we need, and we're gonna be asking for more members soon, so stay tuned for that, and we'll make postings and whatnot, and we'll do hiring for that as well. So how does this all work, right? So all we ask is that you participate in our social events, whether it be challenges or like in-school training events or out of school field trips to climbing gyms. And if we do like in school hour practices, that'll be cool. You can attend. And all I ask is that if you have time, you climb with members outside of the school. And our coaches, us as coaches, we will try to be at the gyms as well. So we might be like, oh, hey, on this day after school, we as coaches will be there. And we're going to be like, hey, we'll see you there maybe. There won't be any like set days to practice, but we do recommend that you do at least go a couple times, at least if you are interested in competing next February onwards. Our goal as a club is to provide you 2-day field trips to climbing gyms. So like our home gym is really close, so we can definitely set up a trip there, but we can also go to a big gym where we can probably host like 80 to 120 climbers at once. So it really depends on you, all of you, spreading the word of the rock climbing team. So let's talk about competition. So let's say you're competing, you can boulder, you can do top rope, or do both. Unfortunately, in YRA, there's no such thing as speed climbing. So both bouldering and top rope climbing is all about how far you go up and how many problems you complete. So it's not about speed, but rather your skills and your ability to complete a climbing problem. Right. And there are multiple competitive divisions. Now, of course, this is based on last year's data. There could be new competitive divisions. There might even be qualifiers for you to even fall into these divisions. So, but last year we had recreation, sport, and elite, and we had multiple climbers compete at both elite and sport level last year for us, and we're hoping for the same this year as well. Okay, in terms of cost and transportation, each event is going to roughly cost 30 in terms of cost that you must pay to compete at these events. And if you don't own equipment like shoes and harnesses, you're also going to add on extra costs so that you pay for those rental gear as well. If you're really serious about climbing, though, I do recommend that you get at least climbing shoes so that it actually just makes you a better climber if you have shoes, because you're going to have more grip for your feet. And depending on transportations that we have to add, like if we have to take buses to certain events, you're going to need to pay a little more, because we're going to need to get transportations and secure school buses so that we can travel to and from the events as well. And we may also ask for jerseys. And this is where our like social events, our fundraising events are going to be very important, so that we can start to lower your overall cost as being a club team member for our rock climbing team. And also, just overall, you're more than welcome to climb on your own during non-school hours. Like, we're not asking you to go skip school, but let's say, like it's after school on a Tuesday, you're more than welcome to go to Reach Indoor Climbing and just start climbing. And you can bring your friends, and you can start training for next February so that you can represent and be an awesome Wildcat as a climber. One thing to note, that all different gyms will require a waiver, and if you're under 18, you're also going to need parental permission to sign these waivers. So it's not through us, it's through the gym. So you should go to each climbing gym's website and get your waiver signed, and just get your name and permissions all within their system, and that way you won't have any problems when you do go climb at those gyms. These are our 4 competition locations, and it might increase depending on if we need to go to more competitions, but I think it will stay the same. Bouldering is offered at Steel Peak and Hub Markham. So Hub Markham is located near Woodbine and 407. Steel Peak is near Vaughan. And for top rope, where we roped in, where it's at our home gym called Reach, and there's one rock climbing gym in Newmarket called Rock and Chalk. And for each event type, it was last year where you had to attend both qualifiers. Okay, and then there are a finals after you do your qualifiers. Everyone gets ranked based on their finishes, and we often do bouldering top rope on the same day because it's really expensive to host YRA finals for bouldering and top rope. So we often run them at the same time, and we're projecting that will happen near end of April 2025. All right, so what is bouldering? So bouldering is something that kind of looks like this if you're at the high level of climber. So bouldering is a branch of rock climbing where people climb without ropes or harnesses, but it'll be on top of safety mats, and you won't go up as high, but you'll be doing more powerful moves, and you'll rely more on strength to get to the top, and so on. Whereas top rope, as you can see with this person here, they have a harness on, and there's a rope. Either it's an auto belay system or a person that is belaying you, as in they're supporting your rope. So top rope is a form of rock climbing where the climber is securely attached to a climbing rope that runs through a fixed anchor or top of the climbing route and back down to the belayer and so forth. And if you're interested in top rope climbing, it is really recommended that at our home gym that you get your belay certification, so that you learn how to belay, so that you can belay other people and other people can belay you. So the best thing about top rope climbing that I would recommend is that you find a friend and both of you get belay certifications, and you can start belaying each other, and there won't be any downtime of you trying to find belayers when you're trying to do your top rope as well. All right, and these are some of the types of holds that you might be holding. Of course, we're doing indoor, we're not doing outdoor, so you're going to see a bunch of man-made plastic-based holds, and depending on what the shape is, what it's like for example, a jug is extremely easy to grab compared to something like a pinch where you have to do a literal pinch. So these are the stuff that you're going to see when you do go to a climbing gym, and I'm more than happy to give you a rundown on all of that. Regardless, thank you so much for watching. I hope you join our Williams rock climbing team. It's going to be a very, very fun year. We're going to do in-school training. We're going to go to, we're going to try to do 2 field trips to different gyms. We're going to have a bunch of social events and a bunch of fundraising events because we do want to lower the cost for every climber in our school. And there will be a lot of fun going to competitions starting next February. Anyways, thank you for watching and stay classy.